Why Bangladesh should have conscription for all young males and why it would be a nightmare for India. The case for conscription in Bangladesh. Bangladesh, with a population exceeding 170 million, holds the potential to become a formidable regional power if its resources are mobilized strategically. One of the most transformative steps the country could take is to implement universal conscription for all young males. Such a move would not only bolster national defense but also address pressing issues like unemployment, while reshaping Bangladesh's regional standing. For India, this development would be nothing short of a nightmare, as it would significantly shift the balance of power in South Asia. Tackling unemployment through national service. Unemployment among Bangladesh's youth remains a persistent problem. Conscription offers an effective solution by providing young men with structured opportunities for skill development, discipline, and employment. This system would integrate idle manpower into productive roles, creating a workforce trained not just for defense, but for nation building projects, disaster management, and infrastructure development. Much like South Korea, where military service instills civic responsibility and enhances employability, conscription in Bangladesh could have far reaching social and economic benefits. Enhancing military effectiveness with modern tools. A well equipped infantry force, even one composed of conscripts, can punch above its weight by leveraging force multipliers. Tools such as improvised explosive devices, IEDs, drones, man portable air defense systems, manpads, and anti tank guided missiles ATGMs can make small units disproportionately effective. The goal of such a force would not be to render Bangladesh unconquerable, but to make any potential attack so costly and painful for the aggressor that it becomes strategically unviable. This philosophy of deterrence, inflicting unbearable costs on a more powerful enemy, has been successfully employed by countries like Afghanistan and Vietnam. Overcoming external political pressure. Implementing conscription and building such capabilities could attract external political pressure, particularly from India and Western allies wary of Bangladesh's growing strength. To mitigate this, Bangladesh could establish private military companies, PMCs, similar to Russia's Wagner Group or America's Blackwater. These entities could train conscripts and project Bangladesh's power abroad with plausible deniability, avoiding the direct diplomatic fallout of official military actions. Additionally, framing conscription as a domestic employment and education initiative would make it more palatable to international observers. The willingness to serve. The idea of service to the nation is deeply ingrained in Bangladeshi culture, particularly among its youth. Many young men would willingly pay for their training and equipment, even going so far as to sell family owned land or heirlooms to afford the opportunity to serve. The question must be asked: is the average Bangladeshi male less worthy of this honor than individuals like General Aziz, whose corruption has tarnished the military's reputation? The call to restore national pride through conscription would resonate deeply, especially when framed as a chance to redeem the integrity of Bangladesh's armed forces. Learning from countries with mandatory service. Countries like South Korea and Russia have demonstrated how mandatory military service can preserve sovereignty and strengthen a nation's identity. In these countries, conscription not only builds military capability but also fosters a sense of unity and shared purpose among citizens. For Bangladesh, a similar system would serve as a powerful tool to safeguard its independence while creating a generation of disciplined, skilled individuals capable of contributing to the country's development. Addressing masculinity and preparedness. It is worth reflecting on the state of preparedness among Bangladeshi men compared to their global peers. In countries like the United States and Israel, young men are trained in firearm use from a young age, instilling confidence and a sense of responsibility. In contrast, many Bangladeshi young adults have never even touched a firearm. They instead squander their youthful energy hunched over their mobile phones, playing games like Free Fire, PUBG, and COD-M. This sorry situation leaves them desperately unprepared to defend their families and communities in times of crisis. Conscription would bridge this gap, fostering a culture of self reliance and resilience. Diplomatic and strategic advantages. A larger, more capable military would enhance Bangladesh's diplomatic leverage. Nations with robust armed forces often command greater respect in international negotiations, using their strength to secure favorable trade deals, attract investment, and influence regional dynamics. For Bangladesh, the creation of a conscript army would signify a commitment to self reliance, making the country less susceptible to external pressure. Why India would be alarmed? India, with its long history of political and economic influence over Bangladesh, would likely view conscription as a direct threat to its dominance in the region. A well trained Bangladeshi military would complicate India's strategic calculus, especially given the two countries' shared history and border disputes. Moreover, India's alleged past efforts to undermine Bangladesh's defense capabilities through political interference or economic pressure highlight its vested interest in maintaining the status quo. A conscription based military buildup in Bangladesh would undoubtedly provoke concern and opposition from New Delhi. Conclusion. Bangladesh stands at a crossroads. By implementing universal conscription for young males, the country can address unemployment, enhance national defense, and assert itself as a regional power. The move would not only fortify Bangladesh's sovereignty, but also challenge the hegemonic ambitions of its larger neighbors, particularly India. The time has come for Bangladesh to harness its vast human potential, transforming its youth into a force capable of safeguarding the nation and shaping its future. This is not just a call to arms, it is a call to pride, resilience, and self determination.